I can just get my bearings here. All right. Oh, that's not gonna work, is it? Because of that. Well, we'll see if it holds out. I don't think it's going to stay. Open this up. I suppose that works. Well, as soon as I get that to do what I want it to do, it moves. Well, that's probably good, right? Maybe. I'm actually not 100% sure how many people are going to be here tonight, just because I meant to put out another short making a more formal announcement. I mean, I know that I had said Tuesday, like I'd said Tuesday at 8 Central, but I actually wasn't sure how many people had like gotten that message, like that definite message. So we'll see. We'll see who shows up tonight. Last time was pretty fun. It was nice to catch up with a few people, and there were definitely some people who weren't here, and maybe they'll be here tonight, so that'd be cool. I do have a cactus that needs to come out of my cactus planter. I think I might dig that out here in just a few minutes. I'm gonna wait and see who shows up first, but it has mealybugs, and it's just gonna be one of those cactuses that continues to get mealybugs, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I think that, I forget who was here last time when we were talking about that. I think Leaf Year was here, and Dragonite, and Usruff. Actually, my Noto cactus in this little planter just stopped blooming. I'm kind of afraid to touch the flowers. I'm sure they're fine, but it just has a bunch of expired flowers on it. They were yellow. I mean, they were pretty. I don't know who knows. I don't really care for yellow. So like the plants that I have, if they are variegated, they're not yellow variegated. I don't know. I just don't like that look. Like the color yellow is not something I'm a fan of anyway, but then I always just associate yellow plants with like something wrong with them, like they're unhealthy, or they're being overwatered, or maybe underwatered, just depending. But yeah, oh, that looks much better now that I plucked the expired blooms off of there. But the one that I'm gonna pull out is this one in front, because I mean, even you can just see the white fluff on there. Those aren't mealybugs, but the mealybugs like to hide in there. And I don't know, I guess it's good camouflage. But you can start to see their droppings and stuff. That's how you know that they're there. And I'm not really that attached to that cactus. I'm not even actually sure what it is. So that's not a big deal for me just to get rid of that. Try not to shake my table too much here. I am assuming my audio is working. So far, I haven't gotten a comment yet to tell me either way, but yes. It still smells like, okay, there, Wes says I'm okay. That's good. Also, if you don't like the lighting, Wes, you can come change it. I just plugged the halo light in, so yes, I'm using my phone. This thing is just a little loose for whatever reason, but that's okay. I don't know who is in the central US this evening, but it's actually supposed to get kind of chilly tonight, down into the 40s Fahrenheit. So that's cool enough that it's probably a good idea to bring a lot of houseplants in. Maybe not all of them, especially if it's just for one night, but I went ahead and brought in my 2 citrus trees and my Livistonia palm. But I'll probably leave my ficus out there. I think my ficus will be fine. And the other thing is there's a really big like spider web in it, and I didn't have time to like take care of that. It just, and there's like dead leaves and stuff from other trees. So I need to get out there and take care of that. But I'm like, it just rained, so I didn't want to, didn't want to like spray it down again, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine for a night. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow so that I can get it in here. But I'm sure that a lot of people can relate to this, that you start to bring your plants in from outside and you realize, first of all, you realize how many plants you have that maybe you forgot about over the summer. And then you realize the ones you stuck out there actually got very, very big. And this Livistonia palm, I'll grab it here in a few minutes just so that you guys can see it. But this Livistonia palm has gotten taller a little bit, but more importantly, it's gotten wide for whatever reason. Like it's just starting to kind of spread out like this. And it's fine, I guess. But me personally, in the space that I have, I prefer plants that get taller as opposed to wider, just because the wide takes up more of a footprint. I mean, tall can be a problem if you have low ceilings, but in this room, I have well, I don't know how tall the ceilings are, but they're tall. Just because it's a split level living room. So I've got plenty of room for tall, but not a lot of room for wide. Oh, look, there's Dragonite. What's up, Dragonite? You know, Dragonite, it's my fault because I didn't post another video like I said I would about like when this was gonna be. So, I mean, I had said at the end of the last one, hey, don't forget there's a live next Tuesday, but it's fine. I was just saying that it's getting cool outside and I'm like hot. I'm like, I've been moving around and stuff in here. I'm usually that way at work, especially in the middle of the day. Somebody will ask me what day it is and I'm like, I have no idea. No, I have not tried the durian yet. He got some durian, like, I don't know if it's freeze-dried or like jerky or something. It's in a little bag. He bought that, but we're saving the fresh durian for when I hit 10,000. I hit 2,000, by the way. I don't know if you saw that, but I do have an idea for tonight, maybe. If we can get some more people to show up. My friend that lives here, like in the city, he thought the durian idea was hilarious. And he's like, oh, well, here, I got something you can try next time. And he brought me mangosteens. And I've heard of that, like, but I had no idea what a mangosteen was. So, you know, we can maybe pop one of those open and try it. I've heard they're good. I don't know if they're ripe enough or if they're overripe, but we'll see. I'm actually not even sure how I'm gonna get open because he sent me a video of him opening it up and he was really having a hack at it. Like he was really struggling to get it open. I just kind of wonder biologically, why would something have such a hard time? Like why would a tree make a fruit that's so hard to get into? I'm not, well, maybe. Let's wait and see if other people show up. There, that's the stuff that Wes got. Oh, it is freeze dried. It is freeze dried durian, so it won't be the same intensity probably, but I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, like yeah, that's fine. Take your time. Hey, wait. Can you bring me one of those mangosteens?
What?
Can you bring me one of those mangosteens? Don't worry, I won't do it without you. Man, my glasses are horrible. I did clean the garage pretty well, I think.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. This is not gonna work. There we go. Love you. Is the lighting good and everything, you think?
Looks good. I don't really like the way that your phone is looking up into that light.
Oh, well.
It's all right.
Oh, it's the table is not raised up all the way.
Oh, yeah.
Unless I set the thing on something else.
It'll be fine.
That's fine. All right. Dragonite is on BRB right now. I had Wes bring me these mangosteens. I mean, it's like hard as a rock. It's literally like a rock. It has zero give to it. I don't know. I don't know. That just seems so weird biologically. I mean, I guess eventually it would rot on the ground, but wow, I just don't even know. I have a pretty big butcher knife. We could probably pop this open when the time comes, but I don't know. I'm kind of excited. Tilt the phone down just a hair, he says. Okay. Maybe. You just let me know when it's good. Oh my gosh. That whole thing moved. That's okay. The head of this thing is not wanting to cooperate. Ugh. You should have tightened this while you were down here. I don't know why it's so loose. It's okay. Perfect. One thing I did do, when I did bring my citrus trees in, I've got a corner where my succulents are, and I have like a spotlight grow light over there. And initially over the summer, I had 2 ficus trees over there thinking, well, I don't know if they're gonna get enough light or not, but they actually did very well just from this one light. So I think I'm gonna keep my citrus trees over there for the winter, and I'm going to try my best to keep them alive. I'm a little worried about it. I've never overwintered a tree like that before. So I'm expecting some leaf drop and everything, but I'm hoping that they'll bounce back. They'll be plenty warm and they'll be getting ample light still. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to overwinter either temporary houseplants like, what would be a good one? Like cyclamen. Well, that's not really overwintering though, because they sell those in the wintertime. Maybe like a mum. I know some people try to keep chrysanthemums alive all year long, which I'm sure is possible. Oh, but it would be very difficult to do. See, that thing is so loose, you guys. Why is it not cooperating tonight? I think it's because I have this thing tilted. It's fine. So yeah, this will be my first experiment with that. Actually, it's my first citrus trees at all. Like I've had well over 100 different genera of houseplants, and these are my first 2 citrus trees. And I've got 3 lemons right now that are green, and I'm waiting on them to turn yellow, hopefully before it gets too cold outside. They're probably, I don't know, they're maybe about that big right now. I can't imagine that they are going to get too much bigger. I mean, Meyer lemons aren't that big anyway, so we'll see. Not that I have any use for a lemon, but I just kind of wanted the challenge of getting it to produce. And then the other citrus is a blood orange, which is a little more practical because I would eat a blood orange, but I think it's too young to produce. It got probably, I'm looking over at it right now, it probably grew at least 6 inches over the summer. Like it got a pretty good amount of height on it. It just didn't bloom or do anything. And I fertilized it and everything, but I think it's too young. And you'll see that with a lot of plants that are more tree-like, or they are actual trees in the wild. They have to be a certain age to produce flowers, produce fruit, things like that. I don't know if you guys can hear my cat belly aching because she wants outside. She's not even an outside cat. She just wants to go outside and like look at the squirrels. Spice, come here. Come here, baby. She's a menace, but it's okay. Here, come lay down. Come lay down, please. Come here. Come here. I know. Come here. Oh, yes. Look at you on the pretty TV, huh? Yeah. She's kind of a diva, so she kind of gets whatever she wants. Feels like she owns the place, don't you? Yeah. Okay, get down. I forget who it was. There was somebody that used to just love seeing the cats. I forget who it was. I mean, who doesn't love seeing cats, but they really loved it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. She has a sister, and her name is Athena, and she's a calico. And she's just the sweetest cat anybody could ever own, and I love her so much. She is a little shy. I don't know where she went, actually. But if you ever go back and watch some of my older videos, she pops up sometimes because I'll be recording like this and she'll jump up on the table because she has to be the center of attention, so. Spice, the one I just showed you, we call her that because she has a little bit of an attitude and she'll do things like, come on, baby. She'll do things like pee on laundry if she feels like she's not getting what she wants, and you know, she just is like that. Come here. Come here. Here's Athena. Yes. Hi, baby. Hi. Look at the camera. You see yourself on the phone? Yes, you see yourself on that phone? Yes, baby. Hi. Yes, I love you so much. Okay. Now you gotta stay here, though. You can't get on the table. So yeah, we actually have, I guess this is unrelated to plants, but we have 4 cats, and we have these 2 girls. We have an older cat, he's 19, and then we have a younger cat who's only 2, and he's a Persian. He's kind of a handful too, but yeah. Oh, I see your hair flying around here. Oh, no, come on. Come on. Anyway. The thing is, I feel like people who own plants inevitably own animals too, because I think people who take care of plants have this desire, jump down, to be connected to nature. And I mean, one of the ways we do that is through owning plants, but we also do it through taking care of animals. And I grew up around lots of animals, not a zoo or anything, but always had cats, always had dogs. My parents liked birds, so they had a couple of parrots, and we usually had like an aquarium, and nothing too exotic until I was older. And now I have 2 snakes, 2 Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Maybe they need to come on the camera tonight. Maybe they need to make an appearance. And a fish. I have a betta fish, which I've said this before on this channel, but if you ever just want like an aquarium for like aquatic plants that you want to kind of branch into that part of houseplant care, a betta fish is an excellent companion because they don't make a lot of waste and they're really easy to take care of and they're really smart. Like you can interact with them and things, so it's pretty cool. But you can't house them with anything else because they are very aggressive. But the thing is, it kind of depends on the betta fish because like I've had betta fish that were pretty chill, and then I've also had betta fish that even if I put a snail in there, they get irritated. They just don't want that snail in there. They start like, you know, giving it the stink eye and, you know, really looking at it. That is an excellent question. I am vegetarian, so maybe a lot of people don't know that about me. Maybe I haven't mentioned that on this channel yet, but I don't eat meat. I have here and there in the past, but not really. I've just never really liked the idea of eating something like dead. I mean, I know a lot of people are vegetarian because of animal rights and everything, and that is a very valid reason. But for me personally, it was always just, to me, it just felt like eating a carcass, which it is. That's exactly what it is, right? So, I don't know. That always kind of weirded me out a little bit. But vegan, for those who don't know the difference, vegan means you don't do any sort of animal product at all. So you don't eat yogurt, you don't drink milk, you don't eat cheese. I could never do that. I have to have my milk, I have to have cheese. Um, Definitely. Sylv is here. Hello, Sylv. Hello, Coraline. Eating live plants. Well, it's not like I'm over here munching on an epipremnum or something, but I actually don't. I actually don't really like green vegetables that much, which is probably a bad thing because green vegetables are so good for you. But things like spinach and lettuce, I don't know. I could never get a good taste for. Love fruit though. I love fruit and some traditional vegetables like corn and potatoes. I mean, those are vegetables, but just not leafy greens, I guess. Dragonite is back. Excellent. And I think we did, except for the fun kinds of fruit. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I don't know. Since you're back, Wes brought me the mangosteen. So actually, I have 2 mangosteens, and they're like super hard. I don't know. We'll try to crack one open here in a little bit since I have 2. But I think we did a video a long time ago about fruits and vegetables. So for those watching who may not know this, a lot of produce that we consider vegetables are actually fruits because they have seeds. They are the offspring, for lack of a better term, of the flower's ovary. So you're not eating the actual plant, you're eating something that grew from the plant. So tomatoes, squash, pumpkin, green beans, like that, all of that is actually fruit in a botanical sense. The only vegetables are when you're eating part of the plant itself: spinach, lettuce, potatoes. Even corn is a fruit, technically, isn't it? Because it comes off of the, yeah. That's true. Even though bananas are technically a fruit, the ones that we have in the grocery stores don't have seeds. Did I say potatoes? Potatoes? Potatoes. I don't know why I say it like that sometimes. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Whatever. Stupid B's and P's. It doesn't matter. I'm kind of curious about popping this open now, but I need a big old knife. As soon as he's done with whatever he's doing, he needs to come down here so I can open this. Yeah, P and B are very similar on the mouth. I forget what it's called. A fricative, I think, is the grammatical term for it. Don't quote me on that, but it's been a while since I studied linguistics. One that a lot of people who speak Spanish get mixed up are the B's and the V's, like letter B, letter V. And when you think about it, those sounds are very similar. But I had a friend who, what was he talking about? He was wanting to say the word vowel, like the letter, and he kept saying bowel. And I'm like, yeah, you really need to get that V right because that's a totally different word, unrelated to the alphabet. Yeah. Oh, that's not touchscreen. I went to touch my laptop and it's not touchscreen. I'm spoiled by the computers at work, I think. I think I'm gonna get a cutting board for this. Oh, Wesley, can you bring me a knife when you get a chance? What is it, Dragonite? Hey, get over here. Get away from that. Also, oh, freaking thing. I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. I don't know why it keeps wanting to move, but Let's just see if I can fix it now. I'm gonna stand this up like this. Okay. Oh, oh, look at that. It's actually gonna stay. Perfect. Historical linguistics missed the joke of the millennium when they chose to name the 14th as the exhibition. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wonder if they ever actually called it that. Like, you can't tell me that somebody didn't say movement at some point and then it just didn't stick. Dragonite, you know your stuff. The great vowel movement. Vowels. You know, they don't know why that happened. Like, they don't know why the great vowel shift occurred, which is really weird to me. And unfortunately, it's the reason that English pronunciation and spelling don't really match up very well. And having spoken with so many people that know English as a second language, they really struggle with that part of learning English, because English, other than that, English is easy to learn because we don't have gender and verb conjugations easy, and like a lot of things are just a lot simpler than Romance languages, but the whole spelling and pronunciation mix up is just horrible, unfortunately. Yes, Sil, exactly. The printing press. Before that, we had, well, not we, the UK had 4 different versions of English, and they all sounded quite different from each other, and there was no standardization until the printing press. So it caused a problem when we finally did start to standardize things a little bit. But also, I did not realize that about that Muslims can't say P. I've actually had a few like Arabic friends online, and I never really heard that. But they also knew English like super well. Like one guy I spoke with knew Arabic, English, and French because he was from Algeria. So yeah. Also, thank you for the congratulations. If there's something that you would like me to like call you, like if I, because obviously I actually can't read your name, but if you have something you want me to call you so I can call you out, that'd be cool. Just let me know. Um, yeah, yeah, there you go. Sharon, okay, perfect. Sharon, thank you. Number 1. What? Where are you at? I don't even see you. Dina. I don't know if you guys can hear the cats, but yeah. Yep. And the other weird thing was that you had like different academic groups of people who thought words should retain their Latin roots, or that words should maintain their Middle English spellings, and so you have like things that don't quite match up. You have certain vowel sounds like the double O. It makes 3 different sounds, like blood and food and book. Like, why is that 3 different sounds? That's so stupid. But nevertheless, English is a beautiful language, even with its mishaps. Well, and I mean, you guys know. I know that Sylv and Dragonite probably know, but English was my major in college, so we had to learn a lot about this stuff. It's just been a while ago. Hey, calm down. Come here. They're usually not this active when I'm trying to record. And for those wondering, this is apple juice. I was craving real apple juice, not like the clear stuff in the big jug. Yeah, doubt is a perfect one. Or comb, like that you comb your hair with. But I did like ones like knight, as in like knight in shining armor with the K and like the GH that used to be pronounced. Like those are interesting words because that's how they used to actually sound, like kneeked, you know. Uh, oh, I need to check those out then, because that sounds like that would be right up my alley with stuff that I'd be watching. For a while, I was on the Merriam-Webster website, still unrelated to plants. I was on the Merriam-Webster website, and they were doing like the origin of different words, or they were comparing like different grammar rules that have survived over a long time. Um, and one that they did was the difference between like lie, as in you tell a lie, or like when you lie down. You know, one of them is transitive, the other's intransitive. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff you'll probably find on that channel. But what is something? What is something? Oh, I don't know if Sylv saw this. Sylv, I don't know if you saw this last time because I know that you weren't here. But if you saw, like, heard, everybody's wanting me to try random fruit now because, you know, fruit related to plants. And they came up with this brilliant idea that they want me to eat a durian when I hit 10,000, like 10,000 subscribers, because we just hit 2,000. And I'm like, I, being an idiot, agreed to that. But until then, we did order some freeze-dried durian, which, you know, maybe we could give that a try now, I guess. Sylv says, just say no to durian. Well, if it gets people, if it gets people showing up, I guess. Do you think this will be good? Like, do you think the freeze-dried durian might be good? Sao Rang Sai Thang Hoa. It's got to be like, that's got to be like Vietnamese or something. Oh yeah, product of Vietnam. Wow, I can't believe I got that right. My friend at work would be so proud. She's Vietnamese. Hmm. Yeah, 10,000, here we come. Hank Green has a video eating freeze-dried Taco Bell menu items. Freeze-dried Taco Bell menu items? That would be interesting. I don't know how I feel about freeze-dried stuff. Like, it's an interesting texture. And right now, like, freeze-dried candy is this hugely popular thing. I've noticed at work we're getting in a ton of like different freeze-dried candies and things. I don't know, it's interesting. Yeah, like astronaut ice cream, which astronaut ice cream is pretty good. But when we start freeze drying like random things, I just don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so this durian, I kind of opened it, and it's in like individual packets for whatever reason. I don't know if I can. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's open one of these and see what it's like. Yeah, freeze-dried fruit has that look. It has that kind of appearance of like something different. I may need scissors for this. Oh no, I got it open. Well, you gotta love when something edible comes with a packet of you know, stuff to keep it dry. It smells like yeah, silica gel. Thank you, Dragonite. I can't really describe the smell. Since it's freeze dried, it's not bad. I know fresh durian, it like really smells bad. It almost smells like ramen, which is kind of gross. That something fruit is smelling like ramen. I hope Wes realizes he's gonna try this too. You guys, you know, food and adventure don't mix for me. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna go try this new restaurant, and this is what it looks like. Just a little piece of freeze-dried durian. It smells a lot like ramen. Like if somebody was cooking like some sort of spicy ramen. Ugh. Okay, you guys ready? Chalk and silly putty. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. It's like getting on my hands and stuff. Ugh. Ooh. Well, it's different. Silva's getting all kinds of screen grabs. It tastes a lot like it smells. It's something. Like, what is that flavor? There's really nothing like that. Went through all 17 stages of the hero's journey. Your facial expression in about 10 seconds. Yeah. Boy, that's something else. Like, well, I can tell you this. I'm not gonna take another bite, and here's why. The thing is, since it's that freeze-dried texture.
You trying that without me?
Well, you're supposed to be watching. Can you bring me a knife so we can pop one of these mangosteens?
Say what?
Can you bring me a knife so we can pop this mangosteen?
You get yourself a knife. Was that durian good?
No. No, it wasn't good at all.
What does it taste like?
If you smell it, if you just smell the bag, that's exactly what it tastes like. But the freeze-dried texture, it's like stuck in my teeth, and I just keep tasting it. Like, ugh. It's not so bad that it makes me like gag. Yeah, no. See, it's in these little packets.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and put one in your mouth. You guys can't see Wes, but you see what I mean? Like, it's not so bad that you just want to puke, but it's like, it's not great. No offense to people who like durian. Although that list is probably pretty small.
I don't mind it.
I think it tastes like ramen. Oh, Wes is about it. Okay, you gonna eat them? Oof.
I think it tastes like a French fry, maybe, or something.
No, if French fries tasted like that, I would
It's kind of sweet.
cry. Can you give me one more thing while you're eating your durian?
What?
Can you give me like a little cutting board so that I just don't want to make
Get
it.
you some toilet paper to wipe your ass too.
You're mean.
I love you. I like it.
Okay, Wes likes it. No. Oh, no. I have higher hopes for the mangosteen. If it's ripe. If it's not ripe, then we're screwed because I'm not gonna eat it, but okay. What do you think, the small one?
I'm coming. Am I up? Okay.
Also, just a little bit of advice for people who have like kitchen knives and stuff. It's usually best to wash these by hand. I've learned the hard way with a couple of sets that the dishwasher kind of screws them up and they start to rust along the edge of the blade. Not cool. Now that you mention that, Sylv, I'll probably try to see if I can get the seeds to germinate. But I mean, let's just pretend that I do get the seeds to germinate. Like, what am I supposed to do with a mangosteen tree? I'm gonna do a short on it, probably, well, I need to do some research first, but I just wanted to pop this first. If my camera gets all wonky, it's because this table is not very stable. But I am gonna try to open this. Okay, hang on, I'm getting into it. For those of us who are keeping track. Okay. Okay. Yes, you are right. Of course, this didn't come from the grocery store. This came from like some sort of Asian market. Unfortunately, this one I think is toast. So I'm gonna try not to I'm gonna try not to leak on my laptop. But if you guys notice how this is kind of like wadded up on the inside and kind of mushy, that's not good. Yeah, it's not. So when you pop open a mangosteen, and I only know this because I did research on it before I go putting things into my mouth, like when you open it, it's supposed to look kind of like an orange, like with wedges, but snow white. It's actually really beautiful when you open one and it looks the correct way. This is not correct, but it does have the seed, maybe. I'm not gonna dig into it right this second because I don't want my fingers to get all gross, but I would like to cut open the second one and maybe, just maybe, it's in better shape. So this is the bigger one. I have a feeling because it's so hard that it's not gonna be good. I read that when they're ripe for eating, you're supposed to be able to they're supposed to have just a little bit of give to them. And my friend that lives in the city here, he brings me these and he's just like, oh, here's some mangosteens. And I'm like, he doesn't know how long he's had them or when he bought them. So I'm like, are you trying to kill me? Like, what are you doing? I'm gonna cut this one more off to the side so I can get a little bit better angle on it. And we'll just see. Okay, hang on, I'm getting inside there. I'm trying to perforate it just a little bit. Oh, I'm moving. Oops. I'm not gonna have a knife by the time I get this thing open. Hang on. Oh, I'm through. Okay. Now, that looks a little bit better. It's still not, I still don't know if I want to eat it, but you can see that it's a little more formed and that it has, oh, and it does have a little bit of a texture to it. This one might actually be good. The more I'm looking at it, I mean, come on, Dragonite, don't you think that looks good? Other than it's got pieces of the freaking thing in it. Look at how thick that is though, guys. Look at how thick this thing is. What animal is supposed to get inside this thing? I mean, I guess a hippopotamus could probably pop it. They can pop watermelons. It doesn't really, I don't know. Ugh, it feels like a brain or something, like you're touching somebody's brain. That's interesting. Well, if I can get a piece of this unhinged, like if I can do one more cut and get like another side of it open, I'll see if I can try one of the wedges, because this doesn't look too bad. It doesn't stink or anything. That's usually a sign of bad, right? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna eat the rind. Like it's so thick. Wes says to hang on before I go trying it. He wants to be here. Each wedge has a seed, Sylv says. Well, this rotten one, I'll dig out the seeds and see if I can. Oh, I see one, I think, sticking out. We'll see if we can get them to germinate. Maybe Wes needs to cut this. When he comes down, I'll have him cut it. That's crazy. Okay, he's coming down right now, so I'm gonna have him cut this other one to see if I can get an edible piece out of here. I wish I could tell you guys what it smells like, but it doesn't smell like anything, really. Hey, can you come cut this?
Cut it? What do you mean?
Well, like, I got it open, and it looks decent. I squished a little bit of it, but I think this part should be good.
The white part's what we need.
I can't get that durian taste out of my mouth.
No, I just had
Yeah, that little one's not good. Berries with fleshy white flesh with reddish to dark colored woody exocarps when they ripen. I was gonna say maybe if you do like one more cut, I can get to a piece of it a little bit better. Or you don't think that one looks good either?
I don't know. Is it supposed to be? Is this supposed to be like wet?
It even looks like brain.
It does.
Sylv, if you're doing research right now, I'm gonna show you a piece of this thing.
Is it supposed to be wet?
I imagine
like,
it's supposed to
slimy?
be wet. Like, so this is the inside of one of the wedges. It looks like, I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to look like that. Like, and then the outside is just this. It looks like tripe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. That's probably a good way to say it. Just touch it to your tongue and see if it tastes okay.
Oh, well, and maybe they're related, Dragonite. Maybe those two are related to each other. I mean, they're both from Asia, right? They're both in that same, like, Southeast Asia, I think. There's one good-looking piece in there that I kind of want that one, but... There we go. I popped it in half again. So like now you can kind of see a better look at this wedge. Oh, I've moved to the camera again. Well, I think I got a better view of it. But you can see that this wedge, if you can see the texture, looks exactly like an orange. Like when you peel the rind off of the orange, that's exactly what it looks like. And even the wedge on the inside looks like an orange. But I have a feeling it has nothing to do with Hesperidiums.
I've got a feeling.
Oh, that popped out nicely.
Well, try it. Tell me if it's good.
Here, I'll give you guys a better look. See how these wedges came out nice, and it looks like a pumpkin, kind of, actually. Once open, peel back the purple rind to reveal the sweet, white, segmented flesh. Pick out the individual segments with your fingers or spoon and eat them, being careful to avoid or eat around any seeds. They did hold their shape, so that's a good sign. You know what? We're gonna take just a little bite. There's some gunk on the bottom that I'm probably not gonna try. Let's try this middle one. Oh, Boy, they squish like oranges too, a little bit. Okay, here we go. It kind of tastes like, it tastes a little bit like grape. Not as sweet as grape. And it's also mixed with durian. But my question is, why would you go to all that effort to pry this thing open and then it just kind of tastes like that? It's not bad. It's not gross, but it's not like a prize. You know what I mean? Like, you know how when you like, you peel an orange or whatever and you finally get it all out and you bite into it and it's just that delicious, sweet, tangy, like tart deliciousness. That's not what this is. It's very mild. Like it's not, but it's interesting. Hopefully it was fresh enough that I don't get sick. It probably is. Actually, like if we knew for sure that it was ripe, that would be better. Well, and that's kind of what we were talking about the other day with mangoes. Like the mango I ate didn't really have much flavor and the texture was a little bizarre. So I wasn't really a fan, but I imagine if I go pick a mango like off of a tree, it's probably a lot better tasting. I still just taste durian. But yeah, I could taste this a little bit. I don't know. The thing is, the next time I go out of town to a place that has one of those like local markets, I will see what kind of exotic things I can find and they can tell me if it's good or not. Mangosteen is considered a superfood, Wes says. Kiwi's good. I don't really care for the texture of kiwi, but I like the flavor. Ugh. I need to wash my hands, and I need like some cookies or something. What did I buy at the store? I bought cookies. Oof, man. I guess it depends on the tropical fruit. Like, I mean, would you consider bananas tropical? I mean, they only grow in the tropics and they always taste pretty good. How do you guys like your bananas? Do you like them when they're still a little green? Do you like them when they're starting to get brown spots? Like, everybody likes their bananas different. I like them with just a little bit of brown spots, like when they're starting to get a lot sweeter. The green on bananas makes me, ugh, I don't like that. They're tougher to eat and they just have this weird, bizarre flavor when they're still kind of green. But to each their own. Kiwi juice for $100? See, and that's the thing. Like, it's like you can't eat them, you can't eat them, you can't eat them. And then once they get to the point where you can't eat them, you have like a day and a half and then they're done. Like, then they're trash. Or you need to make banana bread or something. But yeah, I guess that's why you try not to buy too many at once. because then you're just going to be eating bananas for like 2 days once they are ready to eat. Of course, bananas are super healthy, so I guess eating multiple bananas a day is not a problem. Yeah, avocados are the same way, which I don't really like avocados, but I know that they have a very short window of time between gross and then gross again on the other side. Ah, oof. Blueberries are good. Um, I like raspberries. I don't like the seeds, so I typically don't buy raspberries. I'm weird about texture, you guys. Like, I just don't like things like that. But I love raspberry flavor. I wonder where Leaf is. Leaf is usually here. She probably forgot. Oh, mangosteen juice. That's crazy. I wonder how the juice tastes. Yeah, raspberries, I guess when they're in the fridge too long, I feel like they start to get squishy really fast. Like you buy them at the grocery store and you kind of have to eat them within like a couple of days. Maybe that's why they come in such small packages, because you just have to eat them so quick. Well, if anybody's tried things from the grocery store, it's definitely you, Dragonite. Also, new plant count, I'm down to 35, so. Yeah, like I said, I'm just not super adventurous when it comes to food. I'm just not. I have things that are my go-tos, especially when I go to restaurants, and unless it's an Italian restaurant, I'm usually not super adventurous. Like, I love Italian food enough that as long as it doesn't have meat in it, I'll probably try it. But what new plants do I have? Sylv asks. Well, the newest ones that we have not actually talked about would be, I went on an Aglaonema kick for a minute, so I have like two or three, well, three different Aglaonemas. I can actually reach stuff right now, which is nice. I have this one, which I don't know if I've told you, but I don't really like the red and pink Aglaonemas. So I really like the green ones better. I know some people think that's boring, but and I have this one that's kind of, I really love like the silver splash on it, how it looks. It's just really pretty. I haven't gotten either of them to flower yet, but you know, I figure they will eventually. And then, and then I have a Maria, which if you know what an Aglaonema Maria is, it is dark green leaves that are more elongated. They're more, what is the word for that leaf shape? Not pinnate. It's, somebody will say it, but yeah. And it flowered. I got it to flower and it did fine. But something that's a little more exotic that I've gotten recently, let me grab this one. I got this bottle palm, and I think the genus is Hyophorbe or something is the genus name, which I could do a video on this one actually, because we never did this one, but it's actually been really reliable. I love that the trunk is a different color than the leaves. I think that really is a good contrast. And it has pretty solid leaves on it. They're not super dainty or anything like Camadoria might be. It's been pretty good so far. I've just kept it in full sun. Well, you know, like bright indirect light in my house, and been keeping it watered, which actually it's actually about due to be watered now that I'm touching it. The freaking pot is heavy as hell though. Oh, boom. Hio Forbe. I can't believe I remembered that. Yeah. Because, you know, I did like over the, well, probably last year, I was really trying to check out all of these palms and stuff so that I could make those videos. And this was one that I just never really found, but my friend found it on clearance. And I was nervous about it because with palms, I feel like it could go either way. You could be really successful with them, or they'll just not do well and die. And I had I think it was a Washingtonia. It only had 3 leaves on it, which is already a problem. And once it lost 1 leaf, the other 2 followed. So unfortunately, but that's okay. Washingtonia is not really a good house plant anyway. That needs to be like, you need to live in like Florida or California or something that gets plenty of sun, doesn't get cold, outside on your porch kind of thing. Not in your house. They just don't do well. Lancelate, yes, Sylv. I just saw that. Thank you. And then, oh yeah, yeah, Dragonite. Aglaonemas, you can get to flower pretty easily, about like Dieffenbachia, but they're just like peace lilies. They're the normal air racy spadix and spathe flower. It's really, most people cut them off, but when I get a plant to flower, I normally just let it happen. You know, it's like it went to all the trouble of flowering for me. I might as well just let it go. And then I have, let me grab this succulent. I forget, Leo, somebody will remember it. Let me grab it.
Oh.
Lepidoptera or something. I'm sure, Sylv, that you've probably seen it. It starts with an L. Lep something or other. My friend would know because he's the one that, he didn't find this, but he told me what it was. And it's just a succulent. It's nothing remarkable. It hasn't done anything super crazy yet, but it's kind of cool, and I'd never had one before, so I'm like that. If I see something and I've never had it before, I'll probably try it just because. Maybe it'll do something cool. I don't know. I know it's in the asparagus family because we looked it up last time. And on first glance, like, it kind of looks like a Tradescantia a little bit. Not the pattern, obviously, but the leaves and kind of how they're growing. It kind of seems like Tradescantia to me. Just not when it comes to fruit. Oh well, yeah. Yeah. What if I did get that mangosteen tree to grow and somehow it grew mangosteens? Wouldn't that be crazy? It'd have to be pretty old, I think. It'd have to be a few years old, I think. But this doesn't smell very good. This cut up fruit here. I might get rid of it here in a minute. Unless Wes is watching and he wants to come down and dispose of this mangosteen. Oof. Man, that's crazy. Well, well, I think he just shot down your all's idea of me growing a mangosteen tree. Oh, okay, now I can try. That's it, Lediboria. That was the name I was looking for. Lediboria. Oh, it says it's in Hyacinthaceae, like the family Hyacinthaceae. Why did I think asparagus? I thought we looked it up, but maybe we were talking about a different plant. That's crazy. So wait, is Hyacinthaceae like the same? Like, does it have hyacinths in it? Like, is that the family for hyacinth? It must be. That's almost the same name. Okay. You know what I should do, Dragonite, is for next week, I'll go to like one of the more like bougie grocery stores here, and I'll see if they have some different things that might be worth trying to grow, or at least try. Um, Somebody had mentioned last time starfruit, and I think somebody had mentioned dragon fruit. Of course, dragon fruit's just a cactus, but oh yeah, yeah, that's true. I have some seeds from some decorative gourds that I bought like years ago, and I froze the seeds. They're probably not good now, but I don't know. It might be fun to plant them and see what happens. Because back when I had an actual yard, I threw out this one decorative gourd, and it actually grew a plant the next year. Like these ginormous leaves. They were like this big and clearly pumpkin leaves. And it produced it produced little fruits that were the decorative gourds. They were like green and orange. It was really cool. That thing could easily have taken over the yard. Yeah, dragon fruit. Okay. Well, dragon fruit might be a good one to try then, if I can get it to work. And I don't know if you yeah, I don't know if you guys were here when I first started the stream tonight, but I was just saying tonight in like the central US, it's getting down into the 40s. So I brought in my citrus trees and I brought in my Livistonia palm, but I'll probably leave my ficus out there. I think my ficus will be fine for a night, but also because I haven't cleaned it out, it has a huge mess of like leaves and spider webs and shit stuff in it. So I need to get rid of that stuff. Across 2 yards and up the hedge, that's crazy. Well, and the thing about pumpkin is when you think about it, that it's kind of a ground crawler, and those leaves have to be huge because they produce such ginormous fruit. Like it's just, it makes sense. Let me make sure that I'm good on my. Oh, I can't view my battery life. It's fine. We'll make it to 10 o'clock. No problem. I think. Yeah, well, and I never tried to grow actual pumpkin. It was just those little decorative suckers. But I did buy a couple of the weird ones, like really big weird ones this year. And when the season's over, I think I'll hack those open and take some of the seeds out. It just sucks because like the house we live in now is beautiful and it's amazing, amazing location, everything. But since it's in part of a little neighborhood, we really don't have a yard necessarily to grow things. I have like a patio basically, which I mean, you can still grow stuff, but I'm debating what granola bar I'm gonna grab when I go to the kitchen real quick because I have to get this taste out of my mouth. And I gotta get this smelly mangosteen out of my sight. Uh, but going back to the original question, like I'm trying to think of what other plants that I may have gotten that you haven't seen. So I still haven't done the plant tour video, but it's gonna be a lot easier to do now because I have so many, like so much fewer plants. I did salvage my tricolor Sangonium, and it is actually putting off a lot of new leaves now, and there's a pink one right there, which is really nice. It's got some little ones down here, so it's gonna be just fine. The original plant wasn't in very good shape, like the cutting of it wasn't very good. It ended up not doing well and dying, and so I just water propped all of the leaves that I salvaged, and it came down to one leaf. Like there was one leaf left, and it sprouted these little growths. So pretty cool because it was not a cheap plant by any means. And Wes is like attached to it now. So put you back up there. I almost got rid of my asplenium, my bird's nest fern, because I'm like, do I really need this thing? But once I pruned it a little bit and kind of cleaned up some of the dead that was on it, I've kept it because I still like it. It's the hardiest, most reliable fern I've ever encountered, and I've had a lot of ferns. I've had a lot of dead ferns, and this one, it's just unstoppable. So yeah, Wes really was responsible for saving the Sangonium. I mean, I did the actual like cuts, but he was the one that was like, save this thing, we can do it. We can do it, and we did. Ooh. If you're not still gaming, can you come downstairs? The thing about Syngonium, they're beautiful plants. I love the leaves. Their leaves are very unique, at least in that houseplant canon, and the different patterns and stuff, and there's some different species. But like, the only thing I don't like about them is that they do get unruly after a while, and you have to, really you should stake them up because they're kind of climbers, but I don't know. Yeah, well, and the thing too about that is that they come from areas that are like more moist, and so they water propagate very easily, and they can be grown hydroponically, which I'm sure, well, it sounds like yours is, and I'm sure Miss Betty has a ton of them. But I've found that the regular Syngonium, so like Syngonium podophyllum, which is the most common one, that one does better than like some of the other species, like Etherophyllum or Winlandii. Like I don't think that those really don't water propagate as well, because those are just harder species to keep anyway. Etherophyllum is the red arrow one, I think, and then Winlandii is the green velvet one that has like the stripe of white down the middle. There's one more too. The one that I used to have that was like really big round leaves, the ice frost or whatever it was called. Maybe that was Etherophyllum. Yeah, and maybe the red arrow one was a different species. I went, my cat was looking out the door, and we have a pergola that we built over the summer outside on the patio. And a few weeks ago, I saw something moving, like shaking the thing. And I kind of run down here because I'm like, what the heck is that? It was a freaking possum that had shimmied up the thing, up the cord, and it was sitting on the roof of this pergola. And possums are so cute. I think possums are adorable. And he saw me and he just kind of looked at me like, what's up? I tried to feed it, but it wasn't having it. Get away from there. Thank you. I think I asked Dragonite this last time, Sylv, but do you remember me talking about a specific plant and you want like a follow-up on it? I know Christian likes to do that sometimes. Where the heck is Christian anyway? Where he's like, oh, how's this plant doing? How's that plant doing? And hopefully it's still alive. What are you getting?
I thought you said you wanted a bar.
Yes. Just one's fine if we're still gonna have dinner here in a little bit.
No, I don't want that.
What? What do you mean?
I want my pancakes.
Yeah, but I want macaroni.
Maybe.
Here, give it this. It stinks. Ugh.
Did it taste good?
It tasted neutral.
I like the durian.
You're crazy.
I liked it.
Good, then I'll be sure that you eat the rest of this.
I will.
Or we could take it to work and give it to Non.
Silly.
You think she would?
I love it.
No. I have a coworker. She's from Vietnam, and she's always bringing in like different like Vietnamese candy and stuff. So she might actually like that durian, but I don't know. I don't know. She better eat it.
She's always one of the Asian markets in Kansas City.
We will. Yep. I think he ordered it on Amazon. I think he ordered this durian on Amazon. So if you really wanted to try it, and then have all your friends try it, you know, just to prank them, you could do that. Be like, oh, this is so good. This is just don't let them smell it. Really? Ugh. I've heard that the one you mentioned earlier, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it lychee? Lychee? I've heard that's supposed to be really good. Lychee, that's it, lychee. Yeah, see, I've never just had it. I've just never, unless it showed up somehow at Walmart or some other grocery store, I've just never had it. Did we lose Sylv? He might have gone to the bathroom or something. Dragonite, when you do your live streams, your irregular live streams, do you have background music with yours? Because we talked about putting on some like ambient music so that maybe it's not so quiet. Just on nights like this when there's not a lot of people here. I'm trying to get through it. It's just this granola bar. Well, I think next time we'll find a good soundtrack. A nice little neutral soundtrack. Because until Wes had pointed it out, I didn't really think about it. Because normally I'm just the one talking, and I'm not paying attention to like the silences necessarily. But I know that you guys hear that a lot more. So, what game are you playing? What kind of games do you play? Okay. That is much better. I had to get that freaking taste out of my mouth. Oh, Medina's up there watching me. What do you got? What do you have? I can turn the TV on.
Yeah.
We're gonna play around with some music now. Also, if you guys like board games, if anybody plays board games, there's a great one that has to do with plants called Photosynthesis. Really super fun game, where basically the object of the game is you're growing trees in this forest, and there's actually little like cardboard trees that you put on the board, and the sun rotates around the board, and depending on how much light your tree gets determines how many points you get. And the more points you earn, the more trees you can buy, and you're competing with other people to have your species of tree to be dominant in the forest. It's pretty cool. Like, if somebody's tree is bigger than yours, you don't get points because the sun's not hitting it. So it's kind of competitive, but I feel like we should play that one night on live stream. That might be fun. Elvinar. Okay. I'm also an archmage, or archmage, but only on World of Warcraft, so I just don't really play much anymore. You find you need to find one of those like channels, like the Rainy Cafe or whatever. Yeah, literally, wow. No pun intended. The thing is, it's just, I don't know if you have ever played, I imagine you maybe did back in the day, but it's a totally different game now. It's just not as appealing to me anymore. And I've just
What?
Oh, World of Warcraft. I mean, I think what at their peak they had like 12 million people playing, which is quite a bit. I don't know what they're down to now, but I don't think it's very many. I don't know who I was talking about this with recently, but like the thing about games for me is that most of the time I'm really invested in the story. So, but the thing about that is a story eventually reaches a conclusion. And for me, that story in that game reached its conclusion several expansions ago. And after that, it just felt like, I don't know, there was no point in continuing. Like, I felt like I did what I needed to do, and, now what? Mm. Dragonite might recognize that if he hears it. Hey, Dragonite, let me know if you can hear the music. He said, is that Lo-Fi Zelda?
Yep.
Yep, you got it. He said he had to turn the volume way up to hear it, though. That's okay. We don't want it to be too loud, I guess.
That doesn't drown out the silence.
Elvenar might be pretty cool then, Sylv. That might be more my thing. Not that I did a lot of PvP when I played WoW. Like, I wasn't. I was more about, like, questing and leveling characters and stuff. I haven't played Final Fantasy 14. Like, I've never played a Final Fantasy game. And I know some of them are fantastic and like everything, but I've never gotten into it. I don't know. I just never did. I finally played a Dragon Quest game a couple years ago. I played Dragon Quest 11. Amazing. Amazing game. Whew. It was so good. I really want to play it again, but it was such a big adventure. It's kind of intimidating, the thought of having to do it again, even though it was fun. Oh, the jukebox at the bar. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be any fun. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going? City building. I haven't done a game like that since like Sim City, if that tells you how long ago that was. Yeah. And they're releasing some remakes of some of the Dragon Quest games. I forget which ones. I know they've already done 1, 2, and 3. But they're doing like a couple of random ones too. But I don't know what it was about 11 that was just so amazing. Yeah, if the music's too loud, just let us know. We're just kind of playing around with it, so it's not like too quiet. They just announced it recently, like at the last, like the, what are they called? The Nintendo Direct. They're doing 7, maybe? 6 or 7. Like they skipped over a few of them because I know they're not chronological, but I think it's like 7 or 8. Well, I mean, I'm very much like that with games and books. Like I'll buy them, and then it takes me a while to get around to actually playing them. Or like I bought Luigi's Mansion 2 last summer, I think, and I still haven't played it. Like we started to play it, and then like I don't know, life happened and we just didn't finish it. But my favorite game, that is so difficult. Like if I had to, it just depends on. Oh, man, that's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I love Animal Crossing. I've spent a lot of time playing Animal Crossing, but you can't go wrong with like Super Mario, like any of the Super Mario games. But I mean, then you have like Legend of Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, like the greatest game ever. Oh yeah, I guess that's what I'm wearing. um, what about you, Jimmy? What's your favorite game? And what's your favorite plant? Okay, coconut trees. I've heard different things about, and maybe it was Sylv and I that were discussing this. Um, oh yeah, it's backwards. I always forget that. I think we were talking about like the idea of like, can you drink the water in coconut or the milk in coconuts, or should you dump it out? I've never played that. GTV. GTV, not GTA. What is GTV? Oh, okay. I haven't, but I've watched people playing it, like streaming it. It's crazy how detailed it is even compared to the last one. Like how much more there is in that game. Uh, are they working on a 6th one? I imagine they are. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even. I've never played one myself. The last car game I played that was more realistic like that was like Need for Speed. It was one of the Need for Speed games. When I was younger, there was I think it was Need for Speed 4, and it was on the computer on PC. It was amazing. I loved running from the police or being the police and chasing cars down. Like, that was super fun. Quick Dragonite, which one is this? What track is it from? Oh, it stopped. Oh, this is Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Jimmy, I'm in the US. No, I think it was the windmill. I think it was the Song of Storms. Where are you from, Jimmy? Do-do-do, do-do-do, woo, do-do-do-do-do. Oh, okay, cool. I was just speaking with someone the other day about the different dialects of language that are actually in India, and I didn't realize how detailed it was. That there were so many different nuanced dialects of that. So I don't know, that's pretty cool. Because I know some of them bleed into, I think, Pakistan. Like some of those dialects overlap with Pakistan. Like, what was the one that I was talking about? Urdu, I think is what it's called. Oh man, I should have raised my table up more. The channel has an Instagram that I have been very bad about keeping up on. The fact that you mentioned it at all is going to get a comment from somebody, I guarantee it, about the Instagram that that never gets updated. I just need to start doing that. I already know what I'm going to put on it too. I just need to do it. Maybe tomorrow I'll start adding to the Instagram. We actually talked about doing a Discord at one point as well. I forget who originally suggested that, setting up a Discord to where we could actually get into a chat together and I could hear you guys talk, which would be pretty cool. Rather than just me talking. That's just another thing that is on the list. I wasn't available much over the summer. I had a lot going on, so I was actually absent for about 3 months. So we're trying to get our bearings and everything. No, Dragonite, you just need to stay off of that. don't go poking around there. Which one is this? Oh, this is which song is this? What? Is this Song of Healing? Thank you. And yeah, for those who don't know, Wes has been hard at work coming up with some t-shirts and some merch. If you guys want to ever just check that out, just to see what's on there. He's come up with some good ones. Yes, I'm almost certain it's the Song of Healing, but I don't remember what part of Majora's Mask it's from. It's like one of the first songs you learn, but what does it do? I don't remember. Does it... Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. But, Jimmy, the next time we stream will be next Tuesday. I normally try to stream like once a week. And Tuesdays work pretty well for me because I don't work on Tuesdays. And most people aren't too busy. You know, I've noticed on the weekends a lot of people have stuff going on. So, if you want to tune in next Tuesday around the same time, I'll do an announcement video this time, I promise. That's probably why there's not more people here, because I forgot to make that video. It was late last night, and I'm like, oh crap, I have a stream tomorrow. Well, I appreciate it. And normally my streams are pretty loose. Like we don't, you know, there's not always a lot of structure. We do talk about plants, believe it or not. Right now we're just on video games for some reason. Like things we've talked about in the past would be like languages, animals, insects, fruit, although that's part of plants, but my account was already following you on Instagram, huh? Yeah, somebody on the last stream came up with a brilliant idea to have me start trying stuff, which it didn't originate from that. Like, it originated from the mango, and I don't even remember whose idea that was, but I don't know, it's fun. I don't mind doing it as long as it's not durian. This one is Dragon Roost Island from Wind Waker. We'll let you claim credit for it because more than likely it was you, or maybe Christian, since he's the. What did we decide he was? He's the not the villain, the I forget what you called it, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is my plant shelf, and it's not on right now, but I have like a water fountain under it. The anti-hero, that's it. Christian is the anti-hero. And I also have a rack of succulents that's off camera directly behind me. Well, directly behind the camera. And there's actually not a lot on it now, but yeah. Usually I keep my succulents separate from my tropicals because in the wintertime especially, I like to keep my tropicals close together so that they can benefit from ambient humidity. And typically I'll have a couple of humidifiers running as well so that they can kind of just be in their own little bubble. And of course succulents don't need any of that. So I just kind of stick them off by themselves and they do fine. Succulents are so easy. I mean, there's definitely a couple that are garbage, but when people are like, I can't keep succulents alive, I'm like, then there's just like one or two things you're not doing right that are easy fixes. Like, don't buy Echeveria because they just don't do well. Me, I'm Dylan. Yeah. Oh, I still didn't take this cactus out of the planter. Ugh, I don't know if I feel like making a mess. I might just be able to pull it out. There, I got it. Boop. Yeah. I think if you overwater a succulent, you were gonna overwater any plant. Like, I feel like some people, when they first start out, they just feel this need that they have to be watering like all the time, and that's just not how it is. But then, yeah, leaving them until they desiccate. I think some people get this false idea that succulents are as hardy as cacti are, and they're just not. Like, if you put it, like if I put this Lediboria next to a barrel cactus, and I don't water them for 2 or 3 weeks, like this is gonna be dead. Like, it'll be gone. But the barrel cactus will still be fine. It probably wanted to dry out that much. The cactus is this one I just pulled out. It's this one right here. One of those funky little cacti, but it's just getting mealybugs. I mean, you can see them all along the bottom there. See all those mealybugs? when cacti have ridges like this, it's inviting mealybugs. Like that's a good place for them to hide, good place for them to hang out. So it also makes it really hard to get rid of them when they get in the ridges like that. Um, so I'm just not gonna mess with it. I just bought that cactus because it was cool and I didn't know what it was, but. Stenocactus, that sounds correct, actually. I think I remember that seeing the sticker, it was a stenocactus. And I don't know if because Sylv, I showed it last time, but this is that planter I just took it out of. And actually, I know that this up here is a Tephrocarctus, this is a Notocactus, and this is a Stetsonia. But these two in the front, we were kind of trying to figure out what they were, because they're kind of unique looking, you know. I don't know if they look familiar to you, but. Yeah, when it gets hot like that and dry, you have to water. That's why I try not to put too many plants outside, because I'm always afraid I'm gonna forget about them. The pot was 90% roots, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, at that point. That'll happen with, well, I mean, it could happen with any plant, but I feel like it happens a lot with snake plants or spider plants. Spider plants have pretty aggressive roots. My Trachycarpus, my windmill palm, actually kicked it because I had it outside last summer and it did fine. It loved it out there, it put out new leaves and everything. And then this time, I think it was in August or maybe September, where it got really hot and dry and it just didn't make it. Because the soil in it was really loose from where like ants had built a nest in it or something. So the soil just was not retaining water. But yeah. Yeah, we'll make the Discord tomorrow. We can do that. I'm off. I'm actually off for the next few days. We'll make the Discord, and I'll start taking pictures of some of the plants, and I'll get them on Instagram. But at this point, you guys know I'm kind of in the mode of like cutting back a little bit, just so that I don't have to water as much. But that windmill palm is one that I would replace because I loved it. I loved that palm, and I'm so sad that it actually died. They're just kind of hard to find. Like, it's one that you would have to kind of stumble across, and it would have to be in the right season, and so I think I paid like $40 for it like 2-3 years ago maybe. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's good advice for the mealybug thing. Normally I usually don't have too much of a pest problem, but mealybugs with my cacti is definitely a thing, and it can be tricky depending on the shape of the cactus, like getting into those little grooves. So the brush thing is definitely good. Sometimes I just spray them, but it just depends. This is. Oh, what is that from? What is this? It's not Fire Emblem, it's definitely Zelda, but I can't think of which one it's from. Which one is it? Well, anyway, it's not Ocarina of Time, I can tell you that. I was looking over here at my palm, And I saw some fuzzy on it. I just wanted to make sure. Do we have a magnifying glass? Are you up there? Have you guys ever had whitefly? Do you guys know what whitefly looks like? Oh my gosh. I want to show you guys this. What? Did somebody answer? Oh, you know what, Dragon? I think it is from Fire Emblem, but I don't know why it would be on this channel. Maybe this is a combination. Da, 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 da. I think you're right. I think I remember hearing this on Fire Emblem. And Sylv, it's just, they call it lo-fi music. It's just like, it's like video game music, but they've kind of reduced it to kind of synthesized, you know. Let me see if I can show you guys this so you can tell me. Where was that at? Where did I see all of those little white things at on this palm? It was, oh, it's right there. It's right there. Oh. I don't know if you guys can see right there on this one. See those little white guys? I don't know what that would be. Ugh. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna spray them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, I'll get my pesticide out and I'll just get rid of them. I think that might be whitefly though. Well, I don't know. I don't really want to squish him with my finger. Here, let me turn it back around. They're kind of webby. Like I squish them and they're kind of like webs. You can't really see it, but. Yeah, but it's definitely not spider mites though. Like, I can see why you would say that, but they're way too obvious, I feel like, to be spider mites. And it's only on that one leaf. Yeah, I'll have to get a magnifying glass or something. I'm just gonna spray them anyway. Like I said, there's not that many of them. They probably just could have pulled them in from outside for all I know. Dina. I can tell you this one palm that I pulled in has some spider webs on it. You know, I've noticed recently that when I look inside some of my plants, occasionally I'll find a little spider, not a spider mite, like an actual, you can visibly see it spider. And I've just been leaving them because they're not the dangerous kind. And I feel like they're doing a good job catching fungus gnats, because I've noticed since I've started leaving them, like, I don't have as many fungus gnats as I did. So I think they've We found a symbiotic relationship. Quit, please. Stop doing that. Yes, exactly. The only spiders I don't get along with are brown recluse spiders because they're not really doing any good. All they're doing is running around being venomous and hiding under things that, no, bad news. Merlin, leave her alone. My kitten likes to terrorize one of my older cats. I don't know if Wes is still watching, but maybe he can take care of that. Oh, right. We actually use a lot of sticky traps for the brown recluse spiders. We just have them all along like the baseboards. They don't get into my plants or anything really, but I know that they wander and they're just dangerous. So it's good just to not mess with them. Can you please leave her alone? Ugh. I think we lost Wes. I think he went, maybe he's in the shower or something. I've heard Pinguicula is supposed to be really good for fungus gnats if you can get the Pinguicula to survive. I had one once, and I don't know. The problem with them is there's two different kinds, and one of them is temperate and the other one is like tropical. So you have to be sure that you know which one you have. Yeah, why don't you come here, Merlin, and quit being bad? Come here. Come here, Merlin. Well, whatever. So, because it's going to be different care depending on which Pinguicula you have. Pinguicula. And sundew seems so fragile. I mean, they're beautiful plants. They're amazing plants. They were the plants that most interested, I've probably said this before, but they were the plants that most interested Charles Darwin. Like, he was fascinated by the idea of where Drosera came from, which is the genus for sundew plants. This is scary. It needs to go to another track. Dragon, I know you had mentioned you had mentioned a few minutes ago about succulents. Have you ever like had a cactus or something and you ended up overwatering it, but you didn't know you overwatered it until like you accidentally bumped into it and it was just mush, like mush on the bottom because where the stem rot happened? I've had that happen before and I was just kind of startled by it. That sounds scary. Parasitic wasps? Ugh. I actually let some paper wasps build a nest on my front porch. Not where I leave the house, but it was kind of off by itself. Normally I kill them because I don't really like wasps. But I left it this year and I don't know. They did their life cycle and now they're gone, so. Yeah, that's always the worst. For one thing, it stinks. And for two, you think you're doing a good job and then it's like jelly. Wow. Oh man, I gotta figure out what to do for dinner because I don't think Wes is going to cook now. Oh yeah, lithops. I feel like they say lithops are so hardy, and then you overwater them once and they're dead. But then I think the problem I've always run into is that they always end up shriveling, because then I just get so worried about overwatering them that they turn into raisins. And I don't know. There's really no middle ground with lithops. Like, you have to be very careful. Yeah. And there's the ones that are flat on top, and then there's ones that look more like piranha plants. But yeah. There's a peaceful one. Well, do you guys have any last minute comments? I think we hit our 2-hour mark. But I'll get with Wes though about the Discord, and I'll get with him about we'll start post. I mean, I can do the Instagram myself because I just need to be able to log back into it. But then I'll start putting some stuff on there that I find. That's it. Yeah. Paleopsilus. Paleopsilus. That's right. Different genus, but nevertheless, same difficulty. I like how you're like, those are also dead. Another succulent question. Did it have to do with like a type of succulent? Did it have to do with watering? Did it have to do with propagating? We all wait on the edge of our seat for Dragonite to remember his question. Ouch. Oh yeah, of course. Of course you'll remember then. Or better yet, you'll remember right after we wrap up the stream. Yeah, we're heading out too, Sylv. Thanks for coming by. It was good seeing you again. Glad that we were able to catch up a little bit. Looking forward to the next one. Well, Dragonite, the good news is that if we get the Discord, then you can just like drop the comment in there and I'll see it. Yes, you can also post it in the comments, and I get notified about the comments, not on my phone, but I do get notified about the comments when I log into YouTube. So, but yeah, the Discord will be nice because it'll be a little bit more of a direct line, I guess. Um, yeah, FOMO. That FOMO will get you for sure. Plus, the Discord would be nice. Like, let's pretend that something happens and one of my videos takes off and the channel gets bigger. You know, it'd be nice to have that kind of intimate space for like the OG people that have been here for a while, where we can quietly discuss things. Because can you imagine if like I had a whole bunch of people watching and the comments are just flying through? I'd actually have to be doing something. Well, and that was a big. Oh, it looks like Wes is maybe creating it now. That was a big selling point about a Discord, was that it would be a place where we could exchange pictures, because I show you guys all my plans. I haven't seen any of yours, you know, so it would be nice to be able to have that sharing, that ability to share, I guess. And let's say somebody had a problem, and you know, you could post a question in the Discord, and you guys are super smart. I mean, Sylv and Dragonite, and even Christian. I mean, everybody knows their stuff when it comes to houseplants. So it's nice that our little X-Men group can help people. Imagine, imagine just for a second that somehow in the future we had the ability, or well, we hosted some sort of like telecast where it's like a council, like four of us, answering plant questions to the masses. You know what I mean? Like on a live stream. Oh, here's Dragonite, and he's the grocery store guy, and here's, you know, here's Ms. Betty, and she's the hydroponics expert, and here's Sylv, and he just knows fucking everything. Like, every time I can't think of anything, Sylv always has the answer. So, um, I don't know, that'd be fun. It'd be fun to have something like that. Anyway, I will look into the Discord more. It looks like Wes made it, but I want to go check it out and everything. So we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream tonight so I can get some food in me. I'm really hungry. Yes, but you're also like a sponge for learning, though. I feel like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know. You're hiding a big brain, I think. But yes, I do appreciate you guys showing up. Sorry, it was a little unannounced. I mean, you guys probably remember from last week, I guess, but yeah, it means a lot that you guys hung out with me and everything. So always good to see you, always good to catch up. And we'll just do it again next week, next Tuesday. I'll put out a couple of things between now and then, probably. No more mangosteens, but that's okay. No more durian until 10,000, but yeah. Hope you guys have a good night, and until the next one,